What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Here we are, MLS Matchday 11. The season feels like it just started yesterday. I know that we're already through Matchday 11. Before we get into Matchday 11 preview and predictions, always got to look at the nerdy soccer table, and we have a new leader. Let's Go Crew with 18 points. Nick Fortune coming in that second spot with 17. Jerry G with 15. Samuel and two Samuels there at 14 points. Wayne's World with 13th, and I am coming in at that last spot there in the 7th spot with 12 points. If you want to get involved, QR codes on the screen. There's 3 matches out there for you to predict. If you want to see the whole Nerdy Soccer table, the link is also in the description. But enough of all that. You all are here for the match day preview. So to kick off match day 11, we start off with Atlanta United versus Nashville SC. Atlanta coming off of a 3-match losing streak, losing on the road to Orlando 3-0. Nashville, though, looking really good in that last match, beating Chicago Fire 7-2. Yes, they put in 7 goals. I was not expecting that at all. I don't know if anybody else was, but 7 goals. Currently, Atlanta in their last 5, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses. Nashville, 2 wins and 3 losses. Atlanta not looking too great at home. They're 2-2-2. Nashville not looking good on the road with 1 win and 3 losses there so far this season. The expected goals in this one, the expected outcome is supposed to be for Nashville 2-1. I want to say I can't really go with Atlanta. I can't say that Atlanta is going to win this match. Atlanta are struggling, and I don't know when that's going to turn around. They are 2-3-5 on the season. I was expecting this team to be one of the top teams this year. Nashville doing okay, a lot better than what I expected, especially after the beginning of the season. They're currently 5 wins, a draw, and 4 losses on the season. I said the expected outcome on this one is 2-1. I don't think that's happening in this one. I think that Nashville go on the road and get a point. I don't think that they win. I don't think Atlanta win there at home. So I'm going to have to say that this one's going to end in a draw, and I think it might be a 2-2 draw there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So that leads us into Toronto FC versus New England Revs. Currently, Toronto, 3 draws, a win, and a loss in their last 5. Yes, I completely said that backwards because I was looking at what there were. The way that it was going, so they went on a 3-match draw streak, 1-1, and then lost their last one, currently coming off of a loss there at home against NYCFC, and they have yet to win there at home. The Revs, though, have turned it around big time in their last 5, 4 wins and a loss, currently on a 3-match winning streak. They're looking good. They're coming off of a victory on the road, giving Charlotte their first loss at home this season. The expected outcome, though, is saying 0-0 in this one, and I can't go with that. I think that at least one team or both teams score in this one, and Toronto's not looking great. Revs are looking really good, but when is that going to come to an end? The win probability is in favor of the Revs in this one, but I think that they only go on the road and get a point here, and I think this match ends in a 1-1 draw there in Toronto. So staying there in Canada, we have CF Montreal versus Philadelphia Union. Currently Montreal, 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Philadelphia Union, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Montreal have yet to win a match. When is that going to change? I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. Philadelphia Union are coming off of a victory against DC United 3-0, and actually in their last 2 matches they have scored 6 goals and have allowed none, beating, like I said, DC United 3-0 and then beating Atlanta 3-0 there at Subaru Park. But their last away game they did lose on the road against NYCFC. But Montreal, again, have not won at home, 1 draw and 1 loss. They've only had 2 matches there at home. Philadelphia, 2 wins and 2 losses there on the road. They're looking pretty good this season, and I thought that they would be one of the worse off teams, and they are definitely proving me wrong. The expected outcome in this one is 1-0 in favor of Philadelphia to win this match on the road. I can't agree with that one. But I do agree that they win, and I actually think that the Philadelphia Union win this match 2-0 over CF Montreal. So we head down south for Inter Miami versus the New York Red Bulls. I think this one might be a good matchup, even though Inter Miami last weekend lost to FC Dallas at home 4-3, 7 goals in one match. That was a wild one. Red Bulls are coming off of a victory against CF Montreal, but only beating them 1-0 there at home. Currently, Inter Miami, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, and that is just counting the MLS season. Does not count any other competitions. The Red Bulls, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is Inter Miami 1-0 over the Red Bulls. I think that it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be closer than what we expect. I think that Red Bulls have what it takes to continue, but I know that they're injury-ridden a little bit. But I do think that Inter Miami get back on their winning ways there at home. I didn't expect them to lose at home. I thought that they would go this season without losing at home, and then they lost to FC Dallas. But Dallas have been good on the road. But with that being said, I think Inter Miami get back in the winning bracket, the winning side of things there at home, and they win this match 2-1 over the Red Bulls. Now, what I think is going to be the match of the weekend, that is Columbus Crew versus Charlotte FC. Currently, Columbus 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Charlotte are 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is supposed to be a 0-0 draw. I highly doubt that we end up in that. Charlotte, though, on the road, 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses, where Columbus are 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss there at home. Win probability is very even in this one. So I think that it's going to be one of those games where it's a 1-goal game either way. Columbus could win, Charlotte could win, or we could get a draw. I really do believe that it could end up, and only by 1 goal. I'm not saying like one team's going to win 3-1. That's what I'm saying, because obviously that is the only outcome. One team could win and a draw. But I think both teams are playing very well, playing at a very high level. That is why I think that this match is the match of the weekend. Wish I could watch it, but I will be out of town on Saturday. But I think that Charlotte's going to go on the road and get a point here. I think that Charlotte, the way that they are playing, yes, they did lose to the Revs on a weird free kick that could have been possibly called back for an offside, but wasn't really looked at. And that match was just really boring. And Charlotte had plenty of opportunity to score, and they could not capitalize. And that's something we have not seen from them at home. So if they continue to do that, then they will lose this game against Columbus. But I think that they're going to tighten it up, go on the road here, get the point. I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Columbus. Next up, we have DC United versus Colorado Rapids. DC United 1 win and 4 losses in their last 5 matches. Colorado Rapids 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. DC United, again, I'll say it, yes, they did beat the Red Bulls on the road a couple weekends ago. But it's, again, you shut down Christian Benteke, and I think that you win against DC United. And yes, I think in their game against the Red Bulls, a couple other guys scored, and it wasn't really just Christian. I just think if you shut him down, you win the game. Colorado Rapids coming currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak with a win and 2 draws, coming off of a draw against Seattle and then a draw against Houston there on the road. The expected outcomes is for Colorado to win this match 2-1, and I think that could possibly be the outcome of this game, but I'm going to give DC United the benefit of the doubt in this one. I don't think that they're going to win, but I think that they draw this one against Colorado. I think Colorado are the better team, in my opinion, but I think DC United at home at Audi Field, something's got to change for them, but I think that Colorado get a point here also, and I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there at Audi Field. Now, I think this could be another great matchup this weekend. That is NYCFC versus FC Cincinnati. NYCFC currently 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, so their form is not as great as what it was earlier in the season, where FC Cincinnati currently on a 5-match winning streak. The expected outcome in this one is supposed to be a 1-1 draw. I don't see that happening here. I don't think that we're going to get a draw in this match. FC Cincinnati, 3 wins and 2 losses there on the road. NYCFC, 3 wins and a loss there at home. So both teams very even in that. Both teams allowing goals, both teams scoring goals. I'm surprised Cincinnati are this good. I expected them to be good, but 7 wins, a draw, and 2 losses on the season. Kevin Denke with that great bicycle goal last weekend. That was fantastic in my opinion. But I think that Cincinnati are going to go on the road with the current form that NYCFC are in. I think that Cincinnati could go in to New York and beat NYCFC. And I think they do this by a 3-2 victory. I think that we're going to see goals. Alonso Martinez scoring for NYCFC, Kevin Denke scoring goals for FC Cincinnati, and then you have Evander things for Cincinnati. I just think Cincinnati is the better team, and I think that they go on the road here and they win this match 3-2 over NYCFC. Now, for the Sunday night soccer matchup, we have Sporting Kansas City versus LA Galaxy. 2 of the worst teams in the league right now. But Sporting Kansas City, their last 5 form isn't too bad with 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5. LA Galaxy, though, on the other hand, a draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 2-match losing streak. The expected outcome for this one is 2-1 victory for Sporting Kansas City, and I could really see that happening here. Sporting Kansas City actually scoring goals. I feel like LA Galaxy aren't really, even though they did score 2 last weekend against Portland Timbers. They are coming off of a loss 4-2 against them, where Sporting Kansas City are coming off of a loss there on the road to Cincinnati 2-1. LAFC have yet to win, not LAFC, LA Galaxy have yet to win a game, where Sporting Kansas City 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses there at home. They have won 2 matches on the season. The average goals for Sporting Kansas City at 1.6, and Galaxy are allowing 1.6. I expect us to see about 2 goals from Sporting Kansas City. Galaxy are scoring less than a goal, but Sporting Kansas City are allowing almost 2 there at home. I think they get a clean sheet here. I think Sporting Kansas City win this match over the Galaxy 2-0 there in Kansas. Heading out to the West Coast, we have San Diego FC versus FC Dallas. Currently, San Diego not looking too good in their last 5 matches, 2 wins and 3 losses, currently on a 3-match losing streak. Don't know what's going on there with the strong start that they had to the season. FC Dallas, though, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Both teams very mediocre so far this season. San Diego 4 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses, where FC Dallas are 4-3-3. So both teams are very similar in that circumstance. San Diego are coming off of a loss there at home to RSL 3-1. FC Dallas, though, went on the road to Miami and upset Miami at home 4-3. And yes, I'm saying an upset because I like I said earlier in the video, I really think Inter Miami, I thought that they would not lose a game there at home. You know, I know draws, but I didn't think that they would lose. But here we are. They did lose 10 match days into the season. The expected outcome in this is a draw 1-1. I think that we might see a little bit more than 1-1. I think we see 4 goals, but I do believe that it does end in a draw. I think we end in a 2-2 draw there at Snapdragon Stadium. Now that leads us into probably one of the hottest teams in the league, or as of right now, the best in the West. Vancouver Whitecaps versus Real Salt Lake. Vancouver currently 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. RSL currently 2 wins, 3 losses in their last 5, coming off of a victory on the road there in San Diego, where Vancouver are coming off of a victory on the road against Minnesota United. I really thought that Minnesota United were going to pull out a draw in that one, and Vancouver said, nah, not this time. Vancouver are just on another level right now, and I'm here for it. I really like what they're doing. Then on the other side with Real Salt Lake, I love what I'm seeing from Diego Luna. Can't wait to see what kind of career he has. It's already great. I think that he has a lot more potential, and I really can't wait to see that. Vancouver, though, at home, 4 wins and only 1 loss, where Real Salt Lake 2 wins and 3 losses there on the road. Like I said, expected outcome on this one, Vancouver 2-0 over RSL. I think that Vancouver do win this match, but with the way that both teams are scoring, Vancouver is scoring 2.4 there at home, where RSL are allowing 2. Vancouver is allowing 1, but RSL are scoring 1.2 on the road. So I'm going to go with 6 goals here. I think that this game we're going to see a bunch of goals because we know that Vancouver can do that. They've scored 3 goals last weekend, a couple weekends ago, well, a few weekends ago. They scored 5 goals, so they can score goals, and I think they do it here at home, and I think they win this one 4-2 over Real Salt Lake. Next up, we have Austin FC versus Minnesota United. Currently, Austin, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Minnesota United, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Austin are very, very disappointing to me. And yes, I know that their record right now is 5 wins, a draw, and 4 losses. I just feel like they should be doing a lot better. They're not scoring. I mean, their last 5 matches, they didn't score last game. 1 goal, 0 goals, 1 goal. I thought this team would be scoring goals. I really did. They've gotten some transfers I think that could help them out, and we can see a different Austin. It's just, I think we should be seeing more than that. Minnesota United, on the other hand, they're looking pretty good. 4 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses on the season. But they're not looking good in their last 3. Their last 3 matches are 2 draws and a loss. I think that something, just going through a slump, but I think that it could pick back up. The expected outcome for this one is a 0-0 draw there in Austin. And I'm actually going for it. I think that both of these teams aren't scoring a lot of goals. Yes, Minnesota are averaging 1.2 on the road, but they are allowing 1. So I could see this match ending in a 1-1 draw, but I think I'm going to go with that 0-0 draw because I feel like we've been having at least one of those every match day. So I think I have to go with this match being that 0-0 outcome. Heading back out west, we have LAFC versus Houston Dynamo. Currently, LAFC 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Houston 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. I would expect a lot more from LAFC. Currently on the season, 4 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. I would expect to not have 4 losses. I don't know what's going on out there in LA. Coming off of a draw against St. Louis 2-2, and then a draw before that 3-3 to Portland. So do they need to work on defense? But at home, they're only allowing 0.8. Like, what's going on, LA? Houston, on the other hand, I think that they just need some more talent. Yes, they are coming off of a victory against Austin, but that's a struggling Austin, and they were at home. They're away on this one. The expected outcome is a 1-1 draw there in LA. I can't go with that. I don't think that it's going to be a draw. I think LAFC are the better team, even though I think that they are struggling this season. I think they win this match 2-1 over Houston Dynamo. Now, coming down the stretch, we have Chicago Fire versus Orlando City. Chicago currently 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Orlando 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Expected outcome in this one is a 2-1 victory for Orlando on the road. I don't know just yet if that is what I would go with. Chicago started off the season pretty hot, have kind of really flattened out, and got blown out last weekend against Nashville, losing 7-2. Berhalter, what are you doing, man? What is happening there? Orlando coming off of a 3-0 victory against Atlanta United, finally ending their scoreless streak for the 3 matches before that, but they're currently on a 4-match streak of not allowing any goals. I do think that ends here. I think, yes, Chicago are coming off of a huge loss. You got to rebound from that, and I think that they do that. They have not yet won at home either, so I actually think that they're going to get it done here. Orlando are not looking good on the road this season with 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss. So I guess it's mediocre, okay? They're not winning. They're not losing. They're drawing. But I do think that they lose this one. And I think this is a crazy score line. Maybe this is my just grab out of the bag score prediction. But I do think that Chicago win. I think they win this match 3-1 over Orlando City. Now, the second to last match here on match day 11, we have San Jose Earthquakes versus Portland Timbers. The Earthquakes, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, where Portland, 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is a draw. Just don't know about that. San Jose are coming off of a loss against Columbus Crew 2-1 on the road. Portland coming off of a victory on the road 4-2 against the Galaxy. I told y'all Joseph was going to score last week, and he did. I would love to see him score again. I want him to get as close to the all-time goal scoring record as possible. Portland are finally looking like the team that I thought they would be, and I just expected them to be better. I didn't think that they were going to have a terrible season, but 5 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses currently. I think that's pretty good for them. Earthquakes at home not looking too great with 2 wins, a draw, and 3 losses, where Portland are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss there on the road. I know that I said the expected outcome is a 2-2 draw. I actually think I'm going to go with that. I think that both teams are very, very similar in scoring and not scoring and having weird games where they do score like 3, 4, 5, or like San Jose, 6 goals. I think both teams are decent, very mediocre. Well, I think Portland's mediocre. San Jose is not doing as well as I thought they would be with only 3 wins on the season. But I think that this one, I'm just taking forever. I'm just yapping. I think this one, though, will end in a draw, and I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw there in San Jose. And for our final match of match day 11, we have Seattle Sounders versus St. Louis City. Seattle, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. St. Louis City, 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. St. Louis, you have got to turn it around for me. I cheer for you and cheer for you to win games, and you're just not doing it. They need to score goals, but I think pulling in Zonde Silva, I think getting him from Atlanta are going to help St. Louis out. I think this will help St. Louis for sure. Seattle, though, still battling injuries. Yes, coming off of a draw against Colorado on the road and getting that victory at home 3-0 over Nashville the week before. Maybe things are starting to turn around for Seattle, but then you have like the Club World Cup and stuff coming up. So are they going to finish mid-table? Will they make the playoffs in the West because of all of the stuff that's going on with them? Not 100% sure. Expected outcome is a 0-0 draw. I could see that. Both teams, St. Louis definitely not a team that scores goals. Seattle, though, are averaging almost 3 goals there at home, allowing 1. But St. Louis, we know how good their defense is, only allowing 1 goal on the road. I think is pretty impressive, if you ask me. I think it's going to be a very low-scoring match. I know that we don't like low-scoring matches, but it will be a low-scoring. I think we only see 1 goal, and I think that Seattle get the job done there at home, win this match 1-0 over St. Louis City. So that is it for match day 11. Tell me down below what your predictions are, what your thoughts are. Make sure you join the Nerdy Soccer Table. Link is in the description. QR code's on the screen to pick those 3 matches, and we will see you for the watch along this weekend.